Hey, gun people, little computer maintenance here. Everybody should have disk cleanup on whatever Windows you're using. You're going to have that disk cleanup. Every once in a while you should run that. Working computer crimes, you're understanding computers a little bit. I'm by no means an expert in a lot of programs, but in some things I am pretty proficient, looking for things, etc. But your disk cleanup, when you run this and it goes through and it starts looking and it does all this, some people put it on a schedule. I kind of like to run mine every couple days. If I do any type of surfing or I buy something, I always go back as soon as I buy something online and I run a disk cleanup because I want to get rid of any tracking and other things that the little cookies that will get on there on what you bought. And you know, sometimes if you use Facebook, you'll notice that Facebook will start popping up things that you recently searched as ads. So if you search a cast iron skillet, all of a sudden you'll see cast iron skillet ads popping up on Facebook, and those are because of cookies that they're finding in there. So running disk cleanup will check different things that kind of add up over time, and a lot of people don't check all the boxes once disk cleanup is done. I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple things that you can do. So once your box pops up and it gives you your thing on what to think, you notice none of these boxes are checked, but yet there's 120 KB, 218, 409 megs, 602 megs here, and thumbnails. Your thumbnails are all these little things on your Facebook. Those are going to be blank if you check thumbnails next time it loads, and I always do, because if you delete things or you add things, this is just good computer maintenance. I check all the boxes because I want it deleting everything in all the boxes. So I always check all the boxes. A lot of people don't know what they're checking, but on this disk cleanup here for Windows, it's pretty much going to tell you, it's not going to let you erase something that you really need to. Now there's an option on here at the bottom that a lot of people don't use down here that says clean up system files. After I run this and check it, I'll run this again, and then I'll come back and I'll click that one. And that'll clean up a lot of your old drivers, a lot of other things in there. And again, you run it the same way, but it cleans up other things that you don't need. So this says if I check this, it's going to clear up 11.7 megabytes. It doesn't take long. I'll hit OK. It'll ask me if I want to confirm delete the files. I'll hit yes. And again, I don't run any firewall, virus protection. I don't run any of that crap. I don't run Windows Essentials. Look, a lot of that is fear mongering a little bit. They want you to renew. They want you to get things done. So I don't run a whole bunch of that. There is a program that I would recommend you download that I really like. It's called Wise Cleaner. And let's see, it says Registry Cleaner. So Wise Registry Cleaner. This is 8. I think there's a new one. I didn't update it because this one works fine for me. But I wanted to show you what you find. Your registry is where a lot of things are stored. Every time your computer starts up, your registry runs. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the scan and go ahead and watch this. As it scans through here on this Wise Registry, it's checking your root class, all your hotkey, all your things in your registry. If you don't know what it's checking, your registry, every time you download a program or you install a program, it put registry entries. And sometimes if you delete a program, it doesn't delete them from your registry. So what this program does is it checks your registry for all kind of files that are either conflicting or that's not used, or when they find something, they check it to make sure that you still have the components to run this. If you don't, it'll give you an error. See, it already gave me one problem right there, found right there. And the other ones are saying clean because I run this about once a week. But I haven't ran it a few days because I wanted to show you what I find in this one area where it always finds numerous errors right there. In that section right there, it found 87 errors. That's been as high as 200. And what happens when you click on this, if I click on this one problem up here, it's going to give me the problem that it found. And it's saying that in RIC, an app, a hotkey, in Dropbox. Because I disabled Dropbox. So it's probably saying that some guy was going to give me a free or let me use this program to do videos, and I needed to have a Dropbox. So I installed Dropbox, so it's given that probably because I deleted it. But I want you to look what happens when I click on these and what kind of things I get on these 82 problems here. Notice all these Chinese characters. I don't know where they pick it up, because I'll clear this and then I'll go to certain sites, and I'll go to Facebook and YouTube and where I upload, and I'll check the news, and I don't find these. But somehow all these Chinese sites have loaded some sort of crap on here. Now somebody's going to say that's because you don't have a firewall. I'm venturing to say that's not because why, but maybe it is. Again, I disable my firewall, I disable my virus scan. I don't go to a bunch of junk sites. I don't click on a lot of links that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't download stuff. I don't have a bunch of kids using this. If you got kids, they're downloading, going to these all chat sites and stuff, then you probably need some sort of firewall or virus detection. I don't use it. I've never been hacked. I'm not worried about it. I've got a Trojan a couple times. I run one of the free programs, AVG or Malware Bytes, and it usually cleans up anything that I find. But when you run this program the first time, you're going to see all these errors and all these Chinese things, and I don't know what. I think I can right click and maybe get details. It doesn't really tell me what it is. So again, all these things, if you don't ever run your registry and you don't clean it, these things are in here permanently. They stay in here. Disk cleanup does not clean your registry. And I mean, just in all these errors, it'll speed up your computer by running this registry checker and get rid of. Now, some of these registry things that are in here are maybe legit programs. I delete them anyway. It'll reload them if it needs to be reloaded. But all these Chinese characters, I'm not a fan of. I don't know where they go. I don't know why they're on here. I don't know if the NSA is using Chinese characters to confuse people. But running a registry checker, if somebody's going to put some spyware or something on your computer, they're going to put it in your registry. So, and then again, all I got to do is after it runs it, I just go over here and click clean, and it will delete all those, and it tells me how much it's cleaned and it's done. And then if I was to run scan again, you're going to notice I don't have any errors because it cleaned all those up. So all of these are going to say clean with hopefully no errors. Doesn't take that long to run. The first time you run it, you might find a whole bunch of errors. I leave it at default. It clears what it needs to clear. It's never messed up my computer. They've been around for a while. Wise Cleaner is you know, I also have a Wise program cleaner that I run that does a little bit thorough and cleaning other than disk cleanup that I run every once in a while. But you notice all these are clean and there's nothing to clean up because it ran it. And you know, it has a system tune-up also. I'll run that every once in a while. I'll check all the boxes. It's got a registry defrag. I defrag it regularly, so mine isn't too bad. I don't need to do it, but good little program, Wise Registry Cleaner. I would highly recommend it, and check your registry to see if you have all those Chinese characters. I'll look for comments in case somebody's a computer whiz and knows what those Chinese registry entries, where they're coming from and how they get there. Like I said, I don't get them when I go to my standard news sites, weather sites, YouTube, or Facebook. So I'm not sure when I'm picking them up, whether I'm searching or I accidentally click on an ad, or I go to sometimes some of these pages with a whole bunch of ad pop-ups. Maybe that's where they're getting loaded. All right? In that there on a little computer maintenance, it'll speed up your computer to make your computer run better. It'll also find spyware quicker. It may identify something that shouldn't be there. Couple good little programs, all right? I'll try to put the download link for the Wise Registry Cleaner in the description. Well, in that there,